Hey guys, happy Halloween. This is episode 3. It's Halloween, and I figured doing an unboxing of Silent Hills 2 Red Pyramid thing. Alright? From Mezco. Another figure that came out fairly recent, in the last year or so. That's the back of the box, the accessories, side of the box, in front, bottom, and top. As we all know, Silent Hill is a famous video game that came out when I remember in the 90s for PlayStation. I remember playing it fairly so. It wasn't one of my greatest games to play, but I know they made a couple remasters, remakes. I think it looks fantastic as far as the graphics and everything goes, and I've always appreciated other genre games. I was more Resident Evil growing up with PlayStation. But the Red Pyramid thing, I think, was always an interesting character in its own right. And it definitely deserves a figure. And I figured on this Halloween day, why not open up something that represents for gore and horror and everything else. I remember the movie, when the movie came out, there was a great scene where the Red Pyramid thing just picks up the person and rips apart, the person's body. So that was like pretty cool on how that was done. Of course, always great with Mezco, and also instruction manual on how to insert and all the blood spatter and everything. And here we go. He's out of the box. First tray. We're going to look at it like this, as we always do. From top view to bottom. Here's the first tray. And here's the second tray. Alright. Let me just pop them out, and we can take a look at the figure. So, if you guys remember, Silent Hill. I'm sorry, there's 3 trays. One for the figure. It does come with multiple accessories, including the mannequin, which is very familiar with everybody knowing Silent Hill 2, and a couple of bugs and roaches and stuff like that. That I think is pretty cool, and accessories that come included. But of course, this guy is always famous for, not only for the pyramid-shaped head, but his famous sword that he comes with. So, as always, we're going to do this tray by tray. And as you know, one of these, you always know it's original Mezco. So open the first half here. Tray 1. The plastic. And I like how they give you separate heads, which I think is pretty cool. So I guess because he's so interesting as a character, this is the more of the pyramid shape that we're all familiar with. I love the detailing, the rust look and everything, painting, all the little cracks and everything, all the edges and everything. I think are really good. Put that down over there. And of course, the main man himself. I love how they just do the blood splatter. It looks so cool, so legit. And because of, very little clothing on him, his articulation and movement is incredible. Super T-pose, as always. You can go a little further than that. Stretches arm all the way up. Like he's stretching. He's getting ready for Halloween. Of course, bending at the waist. At the waist, it's pretty good. Look all the way up. So this figure, because of the articulation of the less restriction of clothes, he's able to do a lot. So, which I really like a lot, because you can get him in really super cool poses. And, and of course, always let him know what it is. He's always after you. And of course, the cool thing I like too, there is wire. There's a small wire underneath the piece here. So if you want to get a nice, like say, posing up, and you want him to go for a nice wind, nice in the breeze, blowing one direction, you can get that going for him. So I appreciate Mezco thinking about that, the wiring. They usually do really good when it comes to the wiring parts. And of course, yeah. So once again, you know, this is his first head. A lot of detail, a lot of sculpting. You can see all the crevices and creases. And of course, even the cool, awesome blood splatter on his apron and stuff like that. So we're going to put him to the side real quick. Come on, stand. I'm going to make him stand right here. Chill out with everybody. Well, I guess his head's so top heavy, it's hard. I guess he can hang out with us in the meantime. And then, of course, then we also have in the first tray the little bugs that he comes with. So it's not bad. They give you enough to, you know, do some cool, really cool stuff with if you're in photography, stuff like that. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So that seems pretty cool. And also they're really well detailed as well. Even though they're all stationary and things, I believe all static poses. But, you know, if you look really close, they have nice detailing. They look pretty legit. Nice sculpting. All the details there. Yeah, even the little mouth. Oh, that's really cool. Once again, well done to Mezco. And of course you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hands. 2 including the closed fist. And here you have all the other fists. Oh, open grip fist. Open grip, half grip, you know, all that for the swords and everything. So there you go for that. And turn it around, so you got a nice view of all of them together. And of course this goes back. I actually like the head he comes with. I think it's pretty cool. It's not too crazy. It's enough to, you know, explain to what it is. And of course we have the really cool blood FX pieces that come with it. These are always pretty cool and detailed in their own right, especially in the right angle. You get different sizes, of course. There's the other size. So I think that's really cool. There goes tray 1. Of course, we're going to leave him out because he's going to go in the tray in the nice little cupboard area with all the rest of our friends that we've unboxed so far in our series of Mezco collectibles. So if you guys haven't known or not following the channel, I'm revealing all my figures piece by piece. I have a complete collection of Mezco figures from fairly towards the beginning and even most recent, with even the hard to ones finds from 78 Comic Con, stuff like that. So stay tuned, you know, as I unbox one at a time, you know, you'll see the whole collection. And then of course in the case, eventually you'll see everything filled up. I'm going to probably buy more cases because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it. So yeah, so, you know, enjoy me, come with me in this journey of Mezco collecting. And of course, NECA. I love NECA, stuff like that. You know, that's going to be in every now and then, just to break it up, you know. And so we're going to do that piece by piece. So, of course, the second tray we're opening up now. There's the mannequin. I don't know why it's so difficult, but, you know, the one little thing. So this is how it comes. It's its own separate. That's how it is. And you have the mannequin. I'm just going to pull that right. I think it's a static figure as well. I'm not sure if it is articulated. We're going to find out. I'm not mistaken. Well, yeah. Okay. So it does have movement in the legs. Just the legs. Just, I guess to change up the pose a little bit. You know, from left to right, right to left. So that's really it. So just give a little more dynamic posing. So basically, the only thing that turns and twists are the legs themselves. No joints. All the joints are static. And, you know, I'm okay with that. Because for the most part, you know, like I said, when it comes to picture, articulating, stuff like that, you know, I do appreciate how they did think about at least the joints. At least they can, you know, rotate the turn to change positioning, stuff like that. And for the most part, the mannequin itself is always a static figure. It really isn't much movement involved. But I do remember playing the game and how creepy this thing was for the first time. Like, what the hell is this thing? No head, anything like that. I'm like, holy crap. So, I thought that was pretty cool. So, of course, real fans of Silent Hill would know more about the, and of course, educate me as well. I've been, I guess you could say, a geek for a very long time, but every now and then you get older and you forget certain things and everything. So it's always nice to have somebody more up to date in what's going on in the sci-fi genre, world of entertainment and collecting, which I always love. My favorite one of all has always been Star Wars, so that's always been my go-to since I was born. So here we're in final tray. We have the little baggie, the flight stand of always, a staff, more blood effects, and of course the sword, the big giant sword that he carries and drags around and swings it around. So I think I'm going to pose it with the sword. I'm not sure. I don't want to take up too much room in the case. But we're definitely going to take it out and at least see what it looks like. I've always appreciated the fine details of the artwork. So here's his staff. Once again, nice detailing from the end. And even though it's kind of flexible here, it's still pretty pointy and sharp. So I do appreciate, Mezco taking the time and everything to detail everything and making sure that, everything is on point. So there's the end, all the way to the end of the tip. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, this is nice. It's a nice little accessory to come with him. Change it up a little bit besides the sword, I guess, if you don't want the big giant thing in the case. And here's all the extra blood FX pieces that come with it, including the big sword itself. So we're just going to pull that out real quick, because I know that's the coolest thing about this figure is the sword. To me, it was reminded of a big kitchen knife. So I don't know, maybe it is a big kitchen knife or a big sword, but it was reminded of a large kitchen knife. But it's always cool to have it by him and here, and normally wherever it goes, it drags along. Of course, the infamous dragging along, and I think that just it dragging, I think, gives more terror to hearing that noise, I guess, just like how Freddy Krueger had it in his movies, just gliding his glove against the wall and scaring people and scaring his victims. So I always think that's always a pretty cool effect, instead of just carrying it around. Just hearing that sound, I guess, gets the blood going. And I think this FX piece is pretty cool too. It seems new. That's pretty cool. So I guess you can always put it around the figures, I guess someone's body, stuff like that. So this is a new FX. This is a new piece I never seen this one before, Mezco. But nice, pretty cool. And of course the other pieces are standard, little standard static pieces. That's nice. It's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna leave them without the sword in the case. Because like I said, I have a lot of figures and I want to make sure I fit them all neatly and good enough. But of course, we always go back to the stand. No matter what, I think the stands always show the true Mezco feeling. Without the stand, it's not a true Mezco, as I say. So always nice little shine to it. Simple, basic, but I think it brings the point across of what exactly this figure is and what it can do. I think that I really would appreciate maybe putting Pyramid Head on the stand itself instead of putting Silent Hill 2, because it's also based with the character, not really based with the whole game. But I guess that was more of a personal choice for the company. But nevertheless, it's always cool. I always appreciate it. A good stand, and and I think he's cool overall. I think he's great. Here's the back of the detailing. I don't know if everybody got that. So the zipper part and everything. And I think he looks fantastic. I think the detailing and everything looks great. It reminds me of Gaslight Joker. I do have that figure as well. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I wish these pegs were a little bit better to put in, because sometimes I feel like when I break the foot, and that would really stink one day to do that. But of course, if you hold it properly, because there shouldn't be any problems. So here you go, guys. This is it. Here's Pyramid Head in its finest. And of course, he's to join the rest of his friends. And eventually, I'm going to take the cases, and as more and more figures come out, I'm going to take them more and more and separate them as far as horror, DC, Marvel. Definitely going to start separating them as we go along. This way, it makes more sense when you see the full collection at its finest. And to be honest with you, I don't know how long it might take. It might take a year or so, because like I said, there is a lot of figures to go through. But it's always nice to go through the journey with other collectors, and I think it's fun, because I've been doing this for some time, and I like the fact that I'm able to appreciate what I have, and actually look at other guys' videos too, because I appreciate all that what they do too, and it's overall, like I said, it's a community. So overall, Pyramid Head, use it to go right up into the case with everybody else on this wonderful Halloween night. And I hope everybody has fun. Watch Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill. Play the game. Even Resident Evil. It's all the same. And so far, here we are. Here in episode 3. Halloween night. We got Pyramid Head. And guys, don't always like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying. And of course, other collectors and other content creators try as well. And just more, like I said, one big giant community and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm really doing this much for the fun. That's really it, And of course, every now you guys notice, but I did put out a brand new desk for PlayStation, stuff like that. Like I said, projector screen, and the old back cave over here going. And like, share, subscribe, and of course, every now and then I go live on TikTok. So see you there. Happy Halloween, guys. Peace out. Be good. Keep collecting.